Hey Scott, I wanted to get you a good video of the car before it leaves here so we can, protect ourselves when it's in transport and all that. But just wanted to give you a good walk around so you can see everything on it. No damage or anything in the front end. All the chrome and stuff is in really good shape on it up here. Motor is in real good shape. You can see I keep it pretty clean. Like I say, the oil seepage, it does do it. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. But the one product that I have had really good luck with it, that is called Bike Bright. And let me show you what that looks like here. That is Bike Bright. And I believe I ordered the like half-a-gallon jug or whatever from Amazon. And I just use it to refill the other jug as I need to. But this has been our pride for about 3 years now, and we do want to keep it sparkling clean at all times, so that's how we do it. I did put the ceramic headers on it, so they're holding up really good. As you can see, no body damage or anything like that. You remember when we talked on the phone, I said that what I would do is consider re-chroming those tension bars in the back. And the reason they've got just a little bit of surface rust on them, you can probably clean them off, but ultimately that's what I would do to make it look its best. The paint job on the car is just gorgeous. Really pretty paint job on it. That is hand painted. That is not pinstripes or anything like that. That's all hand painted. So beautiful details on it. You can see close-ups on the paint and stuff like that. Went ahead and removed the tag off of it. Underneath the car, you can see the same type thing. We try to keep it clean above and below. People tease me and I don't get my hands dirty when I'm working on it, but it's our pride and joy, so I mean I don't like to get dirty with it. Also, I told you this has been this way since I've had it. If you look closely, there's some old leaks or whatever on the rear brake cylinders on it. I would look at maybe fiddling with those sometime in the future. Like I say, in 3 years I've only added brake fluid one time. Very tiny leak. It's not impacting the braking or anything, but you just want to take good care of it, because I'm sure you will. Again, down the other side, and like we talked about, it's got a couple little cracks. Here's one of them, and on the other side there's another little one over here. I haven't touched them up or anything like that. It's just natural. They haven't gotten any worse or anything since we've owned the car. And all the tires are in good shape and all that. Again, another picture of this side. And all of the insides, just mint condition. We've used it, but we haven't abused it. It's been our pride and joy for 3 years. And the seats. And like I said, it is exempt, from seat belts, but that was something that my wife wanted me to put in just to give her a little bit more sense of security. So I went ahead and did that for her. I had mentioned to you about the switches, and let me show you the switches in it. Over here, this one here is your horn button. You've got your turning signals. You'll lift up on it for your left signal. Let me get around the other side here. Lift up on it and then put it back to the neutral position for your left signal to blink. And then you'll do the center down and then back to center for your right signal to blink. And then it will blink 30 times approximately, anything between 28 and 30, and then it shuts off automatically. The other switches down here, you've got a main fuse for your ignition. Your ignition switch is here, and these are the only keys I have for it. you know, I would recommend getting another copy made. I've never done it because they stay in the car all the time. The one key fits the trunk where the gas tank is at. I leave that unlocked purposely. The reason I leave it unlocked is I want the trunk lid to be able to vibrate around a little bit so it doesn't, you know, cause stress or crack those any worse in the back or anything. So since I've owned it, I've never locked it. This is the ignition. This is for removing the gas cap. The switches here, this is the one right here closest to the ignition switch that operates your purple lights underneath. These switches are void right now. They're wired, but I haven't ever hooked up accessories or anything to them. And this is your fuse panel. There's only like 6 fuses or so in here. Those are just ordinary fuses if you ever need to replace any, but I haven't had to, you know, worry about replacing any fuses or anything. So that's been pretty easy to take care of. The purple lights are turned on. Those are wired hot, so that when we're at the shows and things like that, they can be on. I have them under the sides. I have them under the front. I have them under the sides of the vehicle. And then I also have them above the rear axle. So when it is sitting in the evening, it will be a nice soft glow, purple all the way around the vehicle. So I've got good coverage all the way around. It's a nice warm glow and definitely gets a lot of attention. So I'll go ahead and end this first video here. Well, actually, let me go ahead and start it so you can see how that works. And hopefully YouTube will let me upload this size of a video. I'm doing this just for you guys. So in order to start it, turn the ignition switch on. 3,200 RPM fan. Like I said, the MSD is going through self-check, so you'll see the blinkers will automatically turn off after the self-check is done. Go ahead and give it a couple good pumps on the accelerator. The ignition switch is right here, and now it hasn't been started in about 4 days. Okay, and it is cold-natured, so it doesn't have a choke or anything like that. So just go ahead and, you know, pump it a couple times, and then sit in it with your foot on it a little bit and until it gets warm, and then you're good to go. And you can see it takes a couple of minutes to warm it up, but once you've got it warmed up, then it doesn't ever die or anything like that. It is a good running car. Honestly, I can tell you that you shouldn't have any worries about it. You know, we've always meticulously maintained it, and as of, you know, the time of this sale, I'm not aware of anything that the car needs. You know, we got your signals working for you. We got, you know, the lights working and all that. There's nothing motor-wise that needs to be done. You haven't really seen a lot of the motor and stuff, but, you know, we've got everything chrome on it. I've added a little bit, like the harmonic balancer down there is chrome that we put on it as well. I had told you that I put a couple extra sensors on it. It doesn't need them, but just something that I was playing with. Over here is one of them. It's already wired, and this right here is a temperature sensor. And what it will do if you actually connect it to a light or whatever back in the cab. I've got the wire bundled up right down here. It's not even connected. But if you run that back and run that through a, what do you call them, the circuit things, I went brain dead. Well, you know what I mean. But you hook that up to the battery and then hook it to a light, and this acts as the switch. So if you ever had it overheat, which I don't think you ever will, but if it ever got over 200, then it would set off the warning light to warn you. And the other one is the oil pressure light, and it already has the gauge, but this is an additional sensor that I went ahead and put on here. And if you want to wire that to another idiot light on the dash, of course you can do that as well. Other than that, Scott, I mean, it doesn't need anything. Enjoy it. It's a great little car. It's reliable. Like I say, we take it out every weekend. That it's going to be nice. Of course, it's a fair weather car. But, oh yeah, the other little switch I told you about. This little switch right down here. This one, if you push that button, it will change the odometer between the trip odometer and the mileage. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see what the mileage is right now before the car gets shipped. And it looks like the miles on it right now are 2,682 miles. So hopefully you can see that in the video. 2,682 miles. And that's it. Okay, Scott, if you guys ever have any questions or anything, let me know. I just wanted to, you know, get a good documentation of the car and the condition that it is leaving in. And, you know, it should arrive in the same condition. I've heard good things about this company. So I know you're going to have a lot of fun. So just take care of it and be very, very careful, because this car has got way more power than you can hold. So please be responsible, because I don't want anyone hurt in it. All right. Thanks again. Bye-bye.